I dictated the blog post on which this recording is based as I was heading to a meeting. The speed limit was 70. I'm not going to tell you how fast I was going, but I was going with the flow of traffic, which was traveling at a lot more than the speed limit. Now, some people refer to that particular stretch of the road as the Autobahn. Well, for argument's sake, let's assume that we're each driving right now and that we're all going faster than 85 miles an hour. Let's also assume that a policeman pulls over that driver in the silver Honda. Yeah, you. Is the driver's defense going to be, but everyone is speeding? That's not going to work with the cop. And even if that argument eventually works with the judge, the driver is going to end up spending a day in court trying to argue his or her way out of a fine, or to argue his or her way into traffic school, a program to avoid a ding on the driving record. But there's a transaction cost, a heavy one at that. If those arguments don't work, well, time to pay a fine, and the ticket is going to be reported to the driver's insurance company, which will likely raise auto insurance premiums. Those risks and transaction costs are easy for all of us to understand. But yet, so many people, physicians and business people, in structuring deals involving sophisticated federal and state anti-kickback issues and self-referral issues like Stark, often simply point to someone else who's doing the activity as if that makes it acceptable. There's a saying, if you've seen one deal, you've seen one deal. That's so true. You don't know if that deal was properly structured. You also don't know if the pivotal reason the deal did work from a compliance standpoint applies in any way to your situation. These days, unfortunately, physicians have targets painted on their backs in terms of prosecution. Prosecutors are using non-healthcare specific federal law in a way that it's never been used before to prosecute healthcare related crimes. And they're using federal law to funnel state law crimes into federal court. There are tremendous opportunities in the market. Opportunities that you can exploit. But in doing so, you must think twice or even thrice about the proper structuring of your deals. If you're not, you're inviting whistleblowers, enemies, jilted potential partners, former employees, and observers to simply drop the dime on you or even to file a claim against you under the Federal False Claims Act. And just like in traffic court, even if you're not found guilty in the end, the cost of responding to an investigation and to a prosecution dwarfs the cost of upfront compliance planning. Don't skimp and save trying to avoid an expense when it might just be that the only place you have to spend your savings is in the federal prison commissary.